The argument started over a movie, but what followed would leave an entire community in shock. It was an ordinary evening, the kind people don't think twice about. Inside the home, a family gathered around the television, watching a film about firefighters, stories of courage, sacrifice, and saving lives. For most, it was just entertainment, but for one man, it became something else entirely. Darren McFarland wasn't just anyone watching that film. He was a fire captain, a man trained to stay calm under pressure, to protect others when danger struck, someone who had likely been called a hero more than once. Yet that night, something shifted. As the movie played, a disagreement began. At first, it seemed harmless, a difference of opinion about how firefighters were portrayed on screen, but slowly the tone changed. What started as a discussion became an argument. Voices grew louder, words became sharper, the tension in the room thickened, and then it spiraled out of control. In a sudden burst of rage, McFarland turned on his fiancée. The argument became physical. In a moment that defies reason, the person she trusted most became the one she needed to fear. He attacked her. What followed was brutal and swift. He strangled her, cutting off her ability to fight back, to call for help. It was a horrifying act, unfolding inside what was supposed to be a safe home. But it didn't end there. In a chilling escalation, he picked up a gun and he fired. The life of his fiancée was taken in an instant, but the nightmare was far from over. Nearby was her young son, a 7-year-old, innocent, helpless, a witness to a horror no child should ever experience. In a situation he couldn't possibly understand, he became the next victim. Another life gone. 2 lives lost in moments of uncontrolled violence. Yet somehow, one person survived. A 9-year-old girl. She saw everything. In the midst of chaos, fear, and unimaginable trauma, she found a way to escape. Running from the scene, she carried with her the truth of what had happened inside that house. When authorities arrived, they were met with a devastating reality. What had started as a normal evening had transformed into a double homicide. The scene was described as both tragic and deeply disturbing. A place that should have been filled with safety and warmth had become the site of unimaginable loss. As the investigation unfolded, the details shocked even seasoned officials. This wasn't a planned crime in the traditional sense. There was no elaborate scheme, no long-term plotting, at least not on the surface. Instead, it appeared to erupt from a moment of conflict that escalated beyond control. But beneath that moment, there were deeper issues. Prosecutors later suggested that fear may have played a role, that McFarland was worried about consequences, about his reputation, his career, perhaps even legal trouble if the situation was reported. Whatever the reason, it didn't justify the outcome. Nothing could. In court, the weight of the crime was undeniable. The loss of 2 innocent lives, the trauma inflicted on a child who would carry those memories forever. The image of a man once trusted to save lives, now standing accused of taking them. When the sentence was finally delivered in April 2026, it marked the end of the legal process, but not the pain left behind. Multiple life sentences, no chance of parole, a permanent consequence for a permanent loss. Darren McFarland, once seen as a protector, would now spend the rest of his life behind bars. But outside the courtroom, the impact lingered. A family destroyed, a child gone too soon, another left to grow up with memories no one should ever have, and a community left asking the same haunting question: how does something so ordinary turn into something so horrific? Because it wasn't just about a movie, it wasn't just about an argument. Sometimes it's about what lies beneath the surface, unseen, unresolved, and dangerously close to breaking point. And when it does, the consequences can be irreversible.